Hey, have you ever checked an SSL out up close? This is an SSL 6000, very much like the SSL 4000, except this one was designed with 3 stereo mix buses instead of the quad bus, which is like left, right, rear right for surround. And this thing has dynamics built into every channel, EQ built into every channel. You'll even see multiple versions of it on this. The black are the later G series, orange and brown were the earlier versions. So up top you have line input and mic input. If you're in record mode, it's going to be all set to mic. If I switch this over to mix mode, it will go to line input. When you're in mic input, we would use this channel section for recording, and playback is down here on the bottom. When you go to mix mode, we will use all of this for mixing, and these VCA faders can be automated to follow your mix moves. So 2 inputs up top. Then we go to the dynamics section. Channel in puts the compression or gate at the beginning of the path. Channel out puts it at the end of the path. So the EQ would happen first, and then the compression would kick in. Then there's only 3 knobs, but there are still the normal 4 controls. We have ratio, threshold, and release. But you'll see that pull release for fast attack. These are push pull. And so if this is up, it's a fast attack. Very fast, it'll squish down the transient of a snare. If it's pushed down, it's pretty fast. And it'll just come in behind the transient of a snare, but it also will adapt to the track you've got. So if you have a vocal, it slows down essentially. Then you have the gate. If you don't push the gate button, it's an expander, which means it will have a pretty low ratio and kind of open gently. If you press this, it's a hard gate where it's going to just lock in and snap up and down. Same thing for the release knob, fast attack, which will create a little clicking sound if you put it on a drum. Slow attack, still very, very fast. Release times on these go all the way up to 4 seconds. Well, there's some special modes you can go into here where we can actually tell this to listen to this. So I could have room mics on these gates opened up by a kick mic over here, something like that. Pretty cool. The filters, we have a high pass, low pass, and this split button will assign the filter to happen before the compression. So it'll happen at the very beginning of the path. Then the EQ, high shelf, high mid bell, low shelf. Unless you press the bell button, then these are all bells. In the bottom, we have either channel or monitor path. So channel would be applying to recording side during a tracking session, and monitor would be applying to, let me turn the split off. Monitor would be applying to the playback side. And so what you could do is you could record your drum, switch the monitor on, adjust your EQ without the drummer playing, and then just switch it over to channel. And when they go back in the room, this EQ now applies to whatever they're doing. What were they doing with this EQ? I have no idea, but it seems aggressive. Then down below we have a Q section. Stereo Q is going to mix into the headphones in most cases, so we'll put all the drums mixed into here. And if you want to listen to that, you go to the external to monitors, press Q stereo. And now we're listening to the drum headphones on the control room speakers. Pretty cool. In the middle of the EQ, because it could be either before or after it in the signal path, is the insert. You can turn it on and off. So you can add a compressor to this channel, patch in something from over here, and turn it on and off to bypass. Or you can make it before the EQ or after the EQ. So pretty cool. A lot of features built into this guy. And there's even more routing, but that'd make a really long video. So over here, we have the stereo bus compressor. That's the classic SSL bus compressor, quad compressor, and that thing sounds amazing. So, cheers.